Okay, so a few probability problems. Find the probability for drawing 2 marbles without replacement from a bag that has 1 green, 2 yellow, 3 red. First thing I like to do is set up a visual of what we're talking about. So we have green, we have 2 yellow, and we have 3 red. So there's kind of a visual of what's going on. And now we're going to be asked to find the probability of some events based on a bag with those marbles. And the first question is, both marbles are red. So how do I figure this out? How do I find out the probability of randomly sticking my hand in this bag? I can't see what I'm pulling out. What's the probability that I can draw out both red? So basically, on the first draw, I'm going to reach my hand in the bag, right? How many marbles are in the bag? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the bottom number of the fraction. How many red marbles are there? 3. So on the first try, there's 3 out of 6 that I can get. Now, if I get a red, all right, which is what I want, right? So I get 1 red. Now, how many marbles are left in the bag? If I get 1 red, right, how many marbles are left in the bag? There's 5 marbles in the bag. I still want to pick a red one. What are my chances this time to pick red? Well, there's 2 red. And then, so the probability of getting both red marbles is a multiplication of these two situations. And when you multiply that, you get 6 over 30, which reduces to 1/5. So that's the probability of that situation. Now, there's a way to use the C button on your calculator to get this sort of event too. And what you can do is do 3C2 over 6C2, right? There's six marbles in the bag, and I'm picking out 2. So that's the bottom of your fraction. The top of the fraction is what I want. There's 3 red marbles, and I'm trying to pick 2 of them. So I kind of think about this as what I want over the total to help me figure this out. But both ways work, and if you try this on your calculator, hopefully you will get 1/5. So use whatever way works best for you. All right, let's try a second one now. All right, so the second question says, what happens if I pick both yellow? So let's think about that. If I want both yellow, what happens? How do I do that? So again, I'm drawing 2 marbles. How many marbles are there all together? Let's put this back to the original. There's 6. How many yellow are there? 2. So I have a 2 out of 6 chance to get a yellow the first time, but I picked a yellow. So now, what are the chances I can get a yellow on the next one? 1 out of 5, right? And so this ends up being 2 out of 30 or 1 out of 15. And again, if you want to use the buttons on your calculator, it's 2C2 over, do you remember what the bottom was before? Because that's the same, 6C2. Either method works. Use what you like better. All right, let's go on to the next situation. Let's replace that yellow marble again. I really like using the visual. It makes it kind of easy to do. All right, the next question said, what happens when you, to assure that you get no yellow? All right, well, if I don't want yellow, the 6 marbles in the bag, how many can I pick that are not yellow? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4. Now, I pick one of those not yellow ones. How many marbles left in the bag? 5, right? I pick one of the not yellow, so how many not yellows are left? And hopefully you said 3. And then again, reducing that fraction, you get 2/5. All right? Now, using the C button on your calculator, right? For C2, because there's 4 that aren't yellow, and I'm picking 2 times, and then there are 6 marbles altogether, and I'm picking 2. And both of these methods will give you 2/5. All right, we got one last problem to do here. And that one says, the marbles are different colors. This is a little bit tricky. All right, so I kind of have to do a visual for the marbles are different colors. So that means I could get a green and a yellow, or I could get a yellow and a green. They're both different. That's one situation, right? Then I could get a green and a red, right? A green and a red, or a red and a green. Or I could get a red and a yellow, or a yellow and a red. So we have to take into consideration all these situations, right? And figure them out. So to get a green and a yellow, it's 1 out of 6 for the green, right? And then to get the yellow, what is it? 2 out of 5. And so I get 2 out of 30, right? To get a yellow and a green, what do I get? Well, to get a yellow first, right? That would be 2 out of 6. And then to get a green, it's 1 out of 5. 2 out of 30. All right. To get a green and a red, how do I do it? To get a green, it would be 1 out of 6, 3 out of 5, or 3, if I do red first, 3 out of 6, 1 out of 5, right? And so that comes out to 3 out of 30. 3 out of 30. All right, to get the red and the yellow, right? To get the red, 3 out of 6, and the yellow, 2 out of 5. Or the other situation, the yellow and the red, I could get 2 out of 6 and 3 out of 5. So I have all these situations, right? Let's see, I didn't finish this one. So 2 times 3 is 6 out of 30 and 6 out of 30. So those are the situations for getting the marbles of different colors. What do you think I do with all of these numbers? Add them up, right? 2, bottom's 30, plus 2, plus 3, plus 3, plus 6, plus 6, all over 30, okay? And hopefully that reduces to 11 out of 15, and I'll have you trust me on that. You can use your calculator. Now, to do that using the C button is a little bit tricky. I'm going to erase all of this. And the formula for using the C button on that is the fact that you have 6 marbles and you're picking 2. But you have to take the situation of 1C1 and 2C1 for all the different colors. 1C1, 3C1 plus 2C1 times 3C1. And that takes into account the different combinations that I have written up here. For me, I like using the visual and the fraction, but you younger kids kind of like using that C button on the calculator. Whatever way works, just get it right, and good luck on these.